did this one with you, but that's okay. It's our first time really practicing this. We went in and we unpacked the questions. Once I saw what lines were listed, what did we do? We found them and we marked where they were. Why? What's the point of doing that? So I know what I'm looking for when I get to those lines, right? Like that's an easy spot for me. Like I know I need to really annotate here because I'm going to be asked about this piece later. So unpacking the questions gave us where some of the questions are. We now were able to focus on that while we were reading. Also unpacking the questions, we saw the words wounded, we saw the words weak, we saw fires, and Essence said, this sounds like war. And we found out in the last question, Vietnam, oh, there was a war there, right? So you're already kind of ready to get into this, like I know it's kind of about war, here's what the questions are. So, number 1, preview the text. Number 2, you unpack the questions. Number 3, you want to think about the genre. And Deja told me like it seems like historical fiction, like it's going to be a story, but a story about something real. So set yourself up for fiction. I'm thinking theme, I'm thinking symbols, I'm thinking characters, all right? Then you guys annotated and saw frame breakdowns. That's what you just did, okay? Now we move on to this multiple choice attack. You literally want to preview all your choices and annotate the question. I know that might seem like we're doing too much, but listen, like I said, you guys have all day to take this. You might as well take your time and do it right, all right? So watch how I go through question 14, which is question 1, and I annotate it as I'm going through. All right, ready? So go to question 14 for me, which is question 1. All right? So I'm going to read through all choices first. I'm going to go and read through and know what I'm getting into. Then number 2 is I'm going to literally annotate the question. I'm going to cross out things that I know 100% like aren't right. So number 14, read the sentence below from lines 12 and 13 in the box. What do the sentences mainly emphasize? Okay. So the sentences say this. They took up what others could no longer bear. Often they carried each other, the wounded or the weak. They took up what others could no longer bear. If others can no longer bear something, raise a hand. What does that mean? Essence?
Well, I haven't read the whole thing, then I understand what it meant now.
For what does it mean for what others can bear?
Like, they carry like sicknesses, they travel into sicknesses, they help each other and all that.
Okay, all right, so, good, helping each other, but focus on the question right here. When someone can no longer bear something, what does that mean? Jared, hold on a second. I'm going to go to Jared now because his hand's raised. Jared, go ahead. No longer can take something. No longer can take it. And I see here that other people took that up. Oh, you can't handle this? Let me handle it for you. What's that telling me about the people that are handling it for them? Don't come up. Come on. Sierra. Okay, strong. I'm stronger, so I can help you. But if you can no longer bear something, you can no longer take it. When you can no longer take something, you're freaking out. Someone comes over here and says, I'll do it for you. That person's being really what?
Nice.
Helpful. Kind, nice, right? So I'm noticing here, this is helpful, kind. These people are super strong. Oh, you need some of my strength? I got you. Then it says, often they carried each other, the wounded or the weak. You're wounded, you're weak. It would be so much easier for me to be like, every man for himself, I'm off. But they're carrying each other, even when they're wounded, even when they're weak. Essence?
Like, they like help, like when somebody was weak, somebody got shot, somebody got stabbed or something, they pick them up and they take them with them. That's different.
My brothers, I heard someone say. That's teamwork, right?
That's nice, that's caring, that's loyalty right there.
All right.
It's like, if you hurt, like, I'll leave anybody.
Thank you, Essence. Make sure you have all these things down. Literally look at how I'm annotating the question. I'm not writing for my health right here. I haven't even looked at the answer choices yet, and I'm just making sure I absolutely understand the question. So I'm seeing here, they could no longer bear things, so these people helped it. Oh, they're really helpful. I'm seeing here, they carry each other, even when they're wounded and weak. Oh, that's my brother. I'm going to get you. That's teamwork. All right, so I'm thinking these sentences are a lot about helping people, a lot about teamwork, a lot about having my brother's back. I answered the question before I even read the answer choices. That's one way to do this. Like, think about what you would say if you didn't have an ABCD and see if any of them match up a little bit. All right, so now that we've annotated that a little bit, we're going to look at our answer choices. What do the sentences mainly emphasize? The long duration of the war, the strong bond among the soldiers, The overwhelming support for the war, the growing frustration of the soldiers. This test ain't timed, so I'm gonna take a second and make sure I damn well know I got this right. The long duration of the war. Okay, I'm thinking, it does seem like this war is really long because they carried this, they carried that, they carried this, they carried that. Like they're always carrying things. But when I look at these 3 lines, I don't see anything about length. I see stuff about like teamwork and my brothers. So I cross this out because nothing in that quote shows me length. So I immediately get rid of it. The strong bond among the soldiers. Ooh, when people are bonded, that's brotherhood. That kind of vibes with what we were saying. Helpful, teamwork, brothers. I'm going to keep that right now. I'm not going to cross that off because I like the answer. But make sure you get it right. The overwhelming support for the war. Oh, I see the word support. They're also supporting each other. Teamwork, brothers. I'm going to keep that too. D says the growing frustration of the soldiers.
No.
Wait, why not? Because it would frustrate me to carry other people.
But they was being helpful. They didn't care about it. They did what other people couldn't do.
Love it, right? I know that those soldiers are probably frustrated, but the sentence that was given to me doesn't show frustration. It would be like, they carried the damn soldiers that were injured and caused them to fall behind, right? Like that's frustration. But the tone of this is actually quite lovely. It's pleasant, it's helpful. So now I'm left with B and C. Why is it B over C? It is B. Why is it B over C? Let's let Essen go first, 30 seconds or less, and then Takin and Jared.
Because like they had a bond and like they helped each other and they bonded. It seemed like it wouldn't be broken or whatever.
Taina?
And they supported each other.
It's not C because it says the overwhelming support. And if it was overwhelming, they would have been bothered, and it don't show that. And it says,
When you're overwhelmed, it's like, oh, okay. Jared?
Because it asks like, what is it mainly emphasized in the sentence, not really in the whole passage. So in the passage it might be C, but for the sentence it just tells you that the soldiers help each other out.
Love that. This is talking about the overwhelming support for each other. Choice C says the overwhelming support for the war. Look at this, right? Like they're not supporting the war here. They're supporting in these sentences each other. So now I got a 50% chance, but I'm getting rid of this one because they're supporting each other for each other, not for the war. B is my correct answer. B is my correct answer.